We're starting a new playthrough, or starting a new part in Pokemon Part 12. No, it's a new recording session compared to the last time we left off. And for today's part, we're gonna head towards Electric Gym or Lieutenant Surge.
Do you want to explain what he is?
He's a military guy, if I believe.
I thought he was wasn't he a general in the military?
I believe.
Was
so.
he like higher?
Well, he's a lieutenant. It's in his name. He's a lieutenant. Yeah, he used. It's kind of hinted where he kind of been in a war with Pokemon, or with Pokemon, or at Pokemon. I never really understand that, but it's kind of a strange thing to think about. But there's nothing really too much going on here. That he just goes around and lost my train of thought. But anyway, this is why we got that Diglett for. And Diglett takes good care of a lot of these Pokemon here in this gym.
Yeah, Diglett, you didn't get a tantrum?
No.
You didn't get a tantrum?
No, I don't think it didn't go looking for a center, to be quite honest. Now, there is a gimmick to this gym. We're supposed to find switches here, and let me tell you, I kind of spent a long time finding them because they're always random. They're never in the same spot. They can even be in the same trash can. Maybe not. It says it's random. So I do think in this video I spent a couple minutes, but I did cut it out. When I feel like, kind of, I guess I was trying to prove a point how long it'll take, and then sooner or later we'll cut through it. Just cut to me, basically finding those switches. In this gym, you're gonna find a lot of Pikachus, a lot of Magnemites, and a lot of Voltorbs. The leader itself will have a Raichu, the evolved form of Pikachu.
That is slightly more useful.
Yeah.
Than a Pikachu.
He has buff stats as bad, but still have the same weaknesses. Still have the same strengths.
Nothing got changed.
Not really. But, his move, just later generation, his move pool gets a little bit better.
There's something about stone evolutions that's kind of key to him. Stone evolutions.
Yeah, we'll see our Pikachu here evolve here in a little while. With the next couple parts here. And yes, I am evolving the Pikachu to a Raichu. But, at this gym, we get a reward of a TM Thunderbolt, which I will teach into this Pikachu, because as I find out later, Pikachu doesn't learn Thunderbolt naturally in Generation 1.
I do know that.
And so I had to teach Pikachu Thunderbolt, but I think starting in Yellow, it can learn Thunderbolt naturally by looking it up. Just in your regular red and blue and green, I guess. But you cannot learn Thunderbolt by leveling it up. You have to teach it Thunderbolt.
In Yellow, I thought Pikachu started with Thunderbolt.
No, it started with Thundershock. But it can learn Thunderbolt, I want to say, before it hits its 20s.
So it does get
I think. No, I think it's in its 20s. It's the magic number I'm thinking of is 16 or 26. It's like a 6 at the end or something like that.
Must not be 26.
I think it's most like 26 too, because I think it learns Thunder at 50 or something like that. Pikachu and another Pokemon, Growlithe, are kind of usual Pokemon. Even though they evolve with stones, they don't really learn a whole lot. A lot of these Pokemon actually, with the exception of the Eevee line, once you evolve them with a stone, they kind of don't learn any more moves unless you teach it to them. So you have to be careful with what movesets you're fine with having.
So far, I think it's only the evolutions that will still learn moves after the evolve.
Yeah, as far as I know, yes.
Trash cans.
We already talked about those.
Talked about.
Yeah, I found a switch, but I try.
You talked about that the second switch doesn't generate where it's located until after you find the first switch. You'll find the first switch, then the second switch is determine where it's going.
Pretty much, yes, because So we're fighting Lieutenant Surge here.
This really tells you how long ago the war actually happened. It happened like just now. It happened like a few years ago.
He kind of, I don't know. It could be debated about his age. He kind of looks young here, but at the same time, he could pass as old man with later artwork kind of reflecting to it. I think there's a dialogue from one of the guys here. It says one of the gentlemen that used to work under Surge as in the Pokemon lore, as I'm going to call it. I'm sure there's a definitive name what that is, but it's the Pokemon lore that I understand has happened.
I mean, one thing I understood that he said that the gentleman worked for Lieutenant Surge despite looking like the gentleman would have been older. It looked like he would have been the general of.
So I'm assuming I think it's inconsistency, or is just showing that Surge is older than it may come across as.
And there's the Raichu.
And it'd be gone after a while.
Until your turn to go down. I thought he used the double turn.
He probably does.
I thought that was his thing. He would paralyze you and double team so you couldn't hit him. I thought that was his. That was his gimmick.
No, I think that's more Koga, but that's more like a poison. The poison and raise elevation or lower elevation. But luckily, like Kadabra will come into play and it'll take care of it pretty quickly. Thunderbolt. But Pikachu can learn 4 moves.
You can get your thunder shots.
Yeah. Trade it up a little bit. And I think that's about it for the move pool that this Pikachu is going to have. I think if it levels up and learns something else, it probably just does. Because to me, I think once I have Thunder Wave and Thunderbolt, I think that's really about, and quick attack. And maybe a swift attack in this generation. I think that's about it for this Pikachu from my team.
Swift is in this
And I
generation.
obviously jump cutted to get the bike.
Which is too expensive.
Yeah, but with the bike voucher that I got from the old man after talking about it, Rapidash.
Way too interested in horses.
Yeah, I get a bike.
And the bike does what?
No cycle around here. It just helps you go faster. Plus, it changes the music too. And with that said, I'm heading off to Rock Tunnel, which we won't get to in this part. But I do tackle at least half the trainers along the way. That'll be on part 13. But so the rest of this part is basically just fighting random trainers here and there to kind of get some leveling up going on. And with that said, prepared for the next couple parts to not face a gym leader, because the next couple parts is basically just fighting a lot of the gap between gym leaders is kind of big. This is probably the only big part of gaps in gym leaders that I might have in parts. Well, no, I think the gap between, like, I want to say either Koga or Sabrina to Blaine is going to be quite big when we get to those parts. But yeah, it's just random fights with trainers that uses different Pokemon. So if you don't have a guide and you need to know what Pokemon to switch out for, or you're just trying to leveling up, this is probably the best place to do it if you're switching in a Pokemon.
We have mentioned Bellsprout, right?
Yeah, I'm sure. We brought up Bellsprout. We brought up the Oddish family and whatnot.
The Tim George didn't have anything to do with
Yeah, the only new Pokemon that I think we saw in this part that we didn't see previous parts is the Raichu. And I think that's gonna be like that for quite a while until I think we see a Venomoth in this route, but I don't think not in this part. It's probably like the only Pokemon that has not shown up yet in previous parts that we haven't seen in at least, of course this game's about 20 years old now, so it is the 20th anniversary after all. Now that I think about it.
In 20 years, do 7 generations.
Yeah.
And a bunch of other spin-offs.
Many spin-offs and whatnot. I'm not really into most of the spin-offs. The only spin-offs I'd probably sit there and play was the trading card game for the Game Boy. I believe it's... I think it's just... I don't know if it was for color. I want to say yes, Game Boy Color. I do remember. And I remember playing that Pokemon trading card game online. The old PC game and whatnot. That probably looks really, really ugly today. But I remember playing that a lot.
What about Stadium?
No, I played the Stadium games. But I've never got past round 1 of each of those games.
About the 2 for the GameCube.
Gales of Darkness and Coliseum. Coliseum is the only one I've played, and to tell you the truth, I don't think I've ever beaten that one. I think I got close to beating it, but then I dropped it and went on to something else. I think I got up to or the Suicune or something like that.
I think that's about only halfway, I think.
Let's see, I didn't even make it.
I did beat it like once, but that was like a long time ago.
Maybe we do a playthrough later. I don't know. I'm not too sure.
I couldn't tell you the Pokemon reviews for it.
Yeah, let's see here. What other Pokemon games have I played? I think that's about it. I didn't play any of the Mystery Dungeon games or the Rescue Ranger games. Or that Pokemon, what is it? Huh?
That Pokemon Rumble?
No, I haven't played that one.
Pokemon Park?
No.
Owls of Rubber Ball?
No, I don't think I've ever played. Nah, I think I did play Pokemon, a little bit of Battle Revolution for Nintendo Wii. I think I did play a little of that, but not a whole lot. There are just a lot of Pokemon spin-off games I don't read. I think I do remember playing the Puzzle League game for the Game Boy. Game Boy. There is one for there is a Game Boy game that kind of is like Puzzle League.